The truth is, Bob Arum is not going to let the fight happen. It's not on me. I went to Pacquiao and so it's just been a problem, trying to make this fight. And the fans and the public is being fooled. It's Bob Arum is not going to let this fight happen. So once he's free from Bob Arum, will the fight happen? Absolutely. But as of right now, he's with Bob Arum, so the fight is not going to happen. Bob Arum is worried about making money. He don't really care too much about the fighter. These fighters that signed to me, I care about the fighter making money because this sport is grueling. This sport is rough and tough. This is not an easy sport.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell them. Mark Nash, Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga, my brother. Let's get this shit done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Ross, the boss, Mike on sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Ross, the boss, Mike on sports. He call it how he see it, either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater, click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.
Been waiting on. And yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up? What up, what up, what up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I'm your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big ups to that 501 and that 317, man. Y'all know how I get down. Bob, get your ass off the screen, nigga. Get off the screen, Bob. What's going on, baby? Back with another one, man. Yes, sir. Back with another one, CVP Jr. Damn. He came through with that motherfucking, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Let me corona there. Hey, he says, what's good? Mike still dropping a C-note on the top boxing channels. I listen to it on account of this Wilder hate. CVP, I appreciate you, baby. I don't think I ever got $100, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Super chat. You the first, nigga. You the first. Appreciate you, homie. Your shit stand on the screen all goddamn show. Your shit stand on the screen the whole show, nigga. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My guy, CVP Jr. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm here. I'm here. Yesterday, it was a shock yesterday. I mean, it was a massive shock wave sent through the boxing atmosphere yesterday. Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence Jr. got announced. And this led me to the trickle effect that I'm at now. It led me to the point that I'm at right now. Bob Arum got to come to the front. Mr. Arum got to come to the front. Yeah, Bob, bring your ass up here, though. We got to ask you some questions. We got to see if Bob really working for the fighter or he working for himself. I think it's the latter. I think Bob is really working for himself. Bob Arum was talking about the fight with Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao last year, and it slipped through. He was talking about it earlier this year, and it slipped through. You telling me a man who ain't said nothing, ain't mentioned Pacquiao and Spence, got it done? Shout out Al Heyman. Shout out Al Heyman. But this ain't about Al right now. This not about Al right now. It's about Bob. And honestly, man, Bob has not delivered for his fighter. Bob ain't been delivering for Terence Crawford for quite some time now. For quite some motherfucking time now. Let's go to the title of my show. The title of this show is called, and I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga, I've got lies, failure to deliver, public bashing. Terence Crawford should not sign back with Top Rank. Lies. Lie. Okay. Let's get to the lies right quick then, right? Let's get to the lies right quick, all right? Because we got 3 different categories. 3 different categories that Bob Arum has been basura. Basura, and that means shit. That means shit in Spanish. Shout out to goddamn me niggas. Cause I ain't know what the fuck basura meant until I met them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Basura when it comes to delivering for Terence Crawford. He ain't done nothing. Let me see. Can I find the right one? And big ups to Barbershop Conversation. Because this is where I'm getting it from. This is where I'm getting it from Barbershop Conversations.
It'll be a very, very good, you know.
Big up Fred. Hold on, let me find that.
Doing a card on the 17th.
Let me find that right quick. Let me find that motherfucker.
Liberty to discuss it.
Here we go.
What's his opponent's name?
Yes. Yeah.
So this week we should anticipate
Rewind a little bit.
There's going to be an announcement.
And don't forget the first part of the thing we're doing. We're addressing the lies. Right now we're on the lies. We ain't got to the other shit yet. Right now we're getting to the lies. Bob Arum, come to the front, Bob. We ain't done with you yet, buddy. We ain't done with you yet, Bob. We're starting with the lies.
Engines geared up for a Errol Spence Terence Crawford bout, and if not, when is Bud Crawford fighting next?
There's going to be an announcement within the week on Bud Crawford's next fight.
It's going to be an announcement within the week. This was March 29th. March, April, May. We ain't got one yet. Are we in June? What month we in? What month is this? It's May. That's goddamn me 8 weeks ago. No announcement, Bob. No announcement for Bud Crawford. None. Zero. Not even a motherfucking a whisper of an announcement. What happened, Bob? You see, Bob ain't nothing. No, let me be quiet.
I can't reveal it now, but it will be a major fight.
Okay.
And
A major fight, huh? Who he fighting the air? Who he fighting the air? Ain't no announcement happened. Ain't nothing major about this. Nothing. You got, ooh. Why would you put your fighter in a position like that? You give yourself a deadline and you know you can't meet that deadline. No different than what Eddie Hearn did to y'all. No different than what Eddie Hearn did. Giving these deadlines. And I should have known. Man. Anytime a promoter give a fucking deadline, they never meet it.
Will we be able to pronounce his opponent's name?
yes.
Hell no, we can't pronounce his opponent's name. Can anybody pronounce, whichever one you want to do? Can you announce or can you pronounce Terence Crawford's opponent? No. You know why? There isn't one. Step one, we are addressing the lies from Bob Arum. The L-I-E-S. Lies. Cheat. Thief. Whatever you want to associate lying with. Lies.
Yeah.
So this week we should anticipate a Terence Crawford opponent.
Announcement. And an announcement. A date and a place and everything. But I'm not at liberty to discuss it at this time.
Can you give us the date?
A date, a place, an announcement. Ain't no fucking announcement, Bob. Ain't you been lying to the media, lying to the public for far too long. Far too fucking long. Ain't no announcement, Bob. Ain't no announcement.
The date?
No, that's what I did. This is a big deal. This is not just any old fight. This is a big deal.
Okay.
And it'll be announced next week, and all the details will be announced at that time.
Pay-per-view?
Next week came and went. It was a fucking lie. Next week came and went, and it was a fucking lie. What announcement? What a major announcement, Bob. Talking to you. You, Bob. You, man, right on my screen. You. Nothing. Anybody heard of Bud fight? No. Anybody heard of Bud fight? No. Nobody heard shit. Now let's get to let's get to Terence Crawford came out with a video last night, just giving his feelings about Bob Arum.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Damn, all right, bud, shit. He an old white man, boy, you can't do him like that now, man. Chill out. Of course, that's a joke. We all know that video was aimed at Gary Russell. Pump your brakes. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Man, ain't nobody gonna beat up Bob. Damn. Chill out. But let's get to the public bashing. The public bashing of Terence Crawford. Does anybody remember this right here? And CVP, let me take you up the screen right quick. I'm gonna put you back on there, but yes sir, I'm gonna put you back on there. Bob Arum asks if he believes Top Rank can keep Terence Crawford after his contract expires in October 2021. The question is, do we want to keep him? I could build a house in Beverly Hills on the money I've lost on him in the last 3 fights. Public bashing, public shaming, shame, 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 shame. I don't know why they doing a ball like that. Public bashing, public shaming. He's got to promote like Teofimo Lopez does. But Teofimo Lopez, his next fight ain't with y'all. You see the hypocrite? Do you see the hypocrite? Do you see him? He said you got to promote like Teo, and Teo is not even fighting with y'all his next fight. Like Shakur Stevenson does. Like Floyd Mayweather did. But didn't you lose Floyd? Did you lose Floyd? Did you lose Manny too? Did you lose Manny? If he doesn't, then who the fuck needs him? Wow. You don't even fucking need Bud? Damn. Public shaming. Public bashing. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Look at the public. He is telling this to the public, not to Terence Crawford. He may be the greatest fighter in the world, but hey, I ain't going bankrupt promoting him. Crawford needed to start helping to market his fights. This is the public shaming. How do you do your fighter like this in the media's eye? How do you do your fighters like this in the media's eye? How? How do you talk about one of, if not the best fighter you have like this? You talk about him like he's a fucking dog. We address the lies. We are now addressing the public shaming. I wonder how other promoters feel when they heard this right here. I wonder how the other people feel, other promoters feel after they heard something like this. We got some check coming in from Joseph Rodriguez. He says, Bud still deserves something to blame. He shouldn't have re-signed with Bob. So again, with let's not leave that out. Hopefully, now you can get better fights. Man, shut up. Shut up, man. He should never sign back with Bob. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. Shit. Who knows? Let's get to this goddamn Eddie Hearn, though.
How can you possibly say what he said in front of his fighter? I mean, he's basically said, I've spent so much money on this guy, I'm not sure if he's worth it. I could have bought a nice house instead. I mean, that is what he said. I mean, I thought it was so disrespectful to Terence Crawford, to be honest with you. I mean, you've got this guy here who is pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. As far as I'm concerned, that relationship's over. You could see by that interview that relationship's over. I believe his contract's up in October or something like that. And I don't blame Bob because he's too old to tell lies. Do you know what I mean? He just doesn't care. He doesn't care. So he's just like, I'm just going to tell you.
You're young enough to tell a couple lies.
Yeah, I'll tell a few. A couple of cheeky ones. But
he wasn't lying. He lied about the AJ Fury. You know what I'm saying? But he's right though. He's absolutely. How do you possibly say that about your fighter? I don't give a damn how old you are. Aren't you in the business of boxing? And to me, it's bad business to bash your fighters like that. It's bad business to bash your fighters like that. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, could be right. Just my opinion. It's wrong to bash your fighters like that. You can't do that, man. You cannot do that. You can't.
The commercial value, and I think it's Heather Hardy come out and said, that's your job. You got to raise the commercial value. And she's right to a sense, but you know, I don't think there's a boxing expert, right? He knows about all fighters. He's probably a historian. You know, he does everything. So I'm just telling you as a Brit, and maybe as we're finding out, maybe it's a little bit different in the US. But for me, this guy actually has it all. You know, it's not that show me a weakness in Terence Crawford. Okay, well, he doesn't do as many media interviews as we'd like. Okay, that can be worked on. That's about personal relationship and trust to make sure your fighter listens to advice and does the right thing. But let's look at what we've got here. You know, we've got a top 3 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. You know, all the things that I said, we've got a guy with a great smile, who's funny, who's articulate, who's a family man, who's an ambassador, who's boxing through and through, who's American, and who is a world champion, you know? So it's I mean, it's not even a glass half full situation. It's a glass 90% full.
I mean, and that's what I don't understand, right, man? Like Eddie put it in great. He is a family man. He is a ambassador for the sport. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely everything you would want your top boxers to be. And I just don't get Bob Arum saying that he can't promote him. That we can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Bob is really, really making me upset, you know what I'm saying, by saying all this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad Eddie, the great talker he is. The great talker he is. I'm glad Eddie is articulating all those good points. If you can't promote Bud, guess what? That's your problem, Bob. You're supposed to be a Hall of Fame promoter. A Hall of Fame promoter. Why you ain't doing your job? Why you ain't doing the job you should have been doing? You know what I'm saying? Bob, man, Bob has a lot of fault. A lot of fault for how Terence Crawford is being handled.
You just got to top the rest of the milk up, and then you got the full cup. I love Terence Crawford. I think he's great. I just feel like he's lost a little bit of his mojo. Where, you know, for me, the last thing you want as a fighter when you stand there in an interview on ESPN in front of millions of people is your promoter saying, "Well, he's just not, you know, he's not really worth it." Fights because no one recognizes him.
Yeah.
Bad move.
Wow.
You got to be championing your fight.
He did say that eventually in the other interview.
Latter end of his career, came into that fight in great shape. Real smart fighter. Real jab on good is for boxing is that fight. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of fight.
It ain't happening, Eddie. It ain't
People
happening.
talk about Fury and AJ.
It ain't happening, Eddie.
Now maybe the terms, you know, the fight
ain't happening, man. No Earl, no Crawford.
Part of the problem with Crawford is, Bob can talk about his profile. It's because he's really good, right? Keith Thurman wants 10 million or whatever it was to fight Terence Crawford. You know, we offered Charlo 5-6 million or whatever it was to fight Demetrius Andre. They just look at these guys and go, no. And they use the excuse as well. That's why it's not good what Bob said. Oh, that guy's not a star. Right. You know, Mikey Garcia, don't mind.
And hopefully you do win the bid with Canelo, and we want to see that Canelo.
We good on that. But yeah, man, look. Public bashing. And let's honestly, let's hear what Bud had to say about what Bob Arum said. Give me 30 seconds, man. Let me get this Bud interview ready. right, we got the interview ready. Hey, we got the interview ready, dog. Let's see what motherfucking Bud had to say about this shit, man.
But Bob Arum said about you, does that make you think that maybe your time is up at Top Rank, or you just need to sit down and really scream on Bob Arum? Which one?
Now look. The interview was like 4 minutes in. They asked him about it at first, and he was like, "No, man, I don't even want to talk about that, man." And Ak was like, "Man, you don't want to talk about when you gonna want to talk about it?" You know what I'm saying? And then Ak, like 3 minutes later, Barack, my bad, but Barack, like 3 minutes later, asked him about Bob Arum in a different way. He asked him about his future with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? So good journalism right there, and way to keep the pressure on by that question by Barack, man. I respect that.
Listen, I got a lot of things going through my head right now, you know what I mean? But I don't really like to talk about it because I never was the type of person that put my business in the streets. You know, if I ever had a problem with Bob Arum or Top Rank, I went to them.
Straight up, and that's what real men do. That's what real men do. You don't throw your promoter under the bus in the media. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. If you got a problem, you go to them. That's why you ain't really never heard of Terence Crawford publicly, you know what I'm saying, criticizing Bob or Top Rank or ESPN. One thing that he said is they can promote me better. That's all. But as far as the business-wise, you don't never hear that. But Bob came out and started talking about the business. He losing money, houses in Beverly Hills he could have bought. All this hoopla. Then he lied about the Manny Pacquiao fight. Not one time, not two times, about 3 or 4 times. About 3 or 4 times.
I never went to social media to try to get any cool points or anything. I always went to them. You know, and I feel
we
like
know that.
if he had,
you're a private guy.
If he had anything to say about me or how I'm doing anything, then he should have came to me instead. I just feel
facts. He should have came to you. He should have came to you and said whatever he had to say. He should have came to you and said whatever he had to say. He had to go to the athletic boxer Mike Cobbinger. We all know Mike Cobbinger don't particularly like Bud. Y'all remember when Bud said he'll beat up Mike Cobbinger? Y'all remember that shit? Yeah, Bud said it. I mean, maybe he wasn't being all the way real with it, but maybe he was. So he went to Mike Cobbinger, a reporter that knows Terence don't like him and he don't like Terence. That's what Bob did. Bob went to the enemy. Bob went behind enemy lines and gave him some quotes and gave him an interview about Bud, about bashing Bud. That's what Bob did.
like that. Like he should have said, "All right, Terence, let's come up with a plan or something." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You blatantly saying all this nonsense. Like, come on, man. Ain't nobody in your stable doing numbers like I'm doing. Nobody. Not even your prima donnas that you put so much promotion and everything into.
That's true. That's true. If you look over Bud's career at ESPN, look at the last 3 or 4 years that Bud has been with ESPN. If you do all the numbers in totality, he does the highest viewership on ESPN. Bigger than Lomachenko, bigger than Teofimo Lopez, bigger than Fury. And I know we couldn't even really gauge Fury because Fury was on ESPN Plus. Only time Fury ever did anything. Only time Fury ever did any numbers was fighting goddamn Deontay Wilder. That's the only time Fury has ever done anything. He was on the undercard over there in England when he came back. He fought Tom Schwartz in the empty arena. He fought goddamn Otto Wallin in the empty arena. Only time Fury ever done anything, and we fight the Bronze Bomber. Get that right. Get that right. Get that right. Write that down. Fury ain't no star. Till from shit over on Triller. Lomachenko shit coming off injury. Your biggest star over there on Top Rank. And the man who demands the most money, so you don't want to pay him no more, is Terence Bud Crawford. Numbers don't lie. Bob Arum can lie, but ESPN ratings, they don't lie. Go do your goddamn research.
Motherfucker's not doing nothing compared to me. So
who's that?
Lomachenko? Yeah, he's talking about Lomachenko.
I'm talking about whoever. I'm talking about.
Yeah, don't try to box in Lomachenko, nigga. He talking about anybody who Bob think is a bigger star than him. They numbers not doing what Bud numbers do.
Whoever. I'm not just singling him out because he's not the only fighter in the stable. You know what I mean? I'm talking about whoever. You know what I mean? Whoever.
So what do you say when he says that you need to promote yourself more? What do you say about that?
See, that's the kind of shit Charles Martin was talking about right there. That's the kind of shit Charles Martin, goddamn. That's the kind of shit Kwame Brown was talking about, like right there. That Brandon did the kind of shit Kwame Brown was talking about. When Brandon knew he was wrong. When Brandon knew he was wrong, what did Brandon do? Like a man. Mr. Vegas, I owe you an apology, fam. You was right about water arbitration. You was right. That's what men do. That's the only thing Kwame Brown wanted Steven Jackson to do, Matt Barnes to do. Men can do that shit. But when you pump faking out here, saying you this, saying you that, saying you tough and shit, you don't want to apologize. You don't want to apologize. You can't be no man. Sometimes men, as men, we are wrong. And Brandon do what men do. Big up has got to be Brandon Maurice, nigga.
My job. What? That's not my job. I'm not a promoter. What am I? A fighter. I get paid to fight. I don't get paid to promote. He get paid to promote. You know what I mean? That's why he's my promoter.
He get paid to promote, but he being lazy. He getting paid to promote, but he being lazy. He being lazy, man. He being lazy. He ain't promoting Teofimo Lopez. He ain't promoting goddamn me Terence Crawford. The only guy he want to promote is Tyson Fury. The only guy he want to promote is Tyson Fury. Has he even promoted Ramirez or Taylor? Has he even promoted the Ramirez or Taylor fight this week? Come on, man. They doing a piss poor job at promoting Ramirez Taylor. Piss poor. You got an undisputed fight, and y'all wait till the week of to ramp up promotions. Man, y'all whack, dog. Y'all whack, man. Y'all wait till the week of, and y'all try to pump up promotions and shit, man. Y'all whack, dog. Y'all had this undisputed pocket. Y'all had this shit signed for months now. For months now. And y'all wait till the end of time. Y'all wait till the end of time to try to promote this shit, man. It's whack, dog. It's really whack. Top Rank, you guys can do a better job than this. You guys can do a better job than this, man. We need, you know what? I'm gonna let Bud speak on
it. He supposed to promote me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you looking at somebody saying, "Oh, well, he's hard to promote," why? Because you don't promote me like you promote everybody else. You know what I mean? I wasn't even going to talk about this. You know what I mean? But y'all my boys, and I can give y'all the little
Exclusive.
He wasn't gonna talk about it, but look, he wasn't even gonna talk about it. And best believe if it was anybody else, he wouldn't address it. But he fucked with Occupy Rock. He been doing interviews with them since they was on this is 50.com. So they got a long friendship, a long reporter fighter relationship.
You know what, but I want to play. But I want to play.
Since I choked out, you know what I mean.
So you gotta say it. So you gotta say it live on the air, right?
Yeah, man. Go get that video, man. It's on This Is 50 channel. Ock and Bud are wrestling, and Bud made him tap.
Now people will go back to YouTube and look for it. Damn.
Listen. I always felt like I was set up from the jump. You know what I mean? So they didn't have to pay me the money that I deserve.
Damn, man. You can't say that, Bud. You can't say that, Bud. Damn, bro. Why you giving these people ammunition? The judges hear what he just said? The judges, I'm gonna wait for one of the people to put the question that I'm thinking about in the chat. I'm gonna wait for one of the people to put the question that I'm thinking about in the chat. What question am I thinking about right now?
Listen. I always felt like I was set up from the jump.
What question am I thinking about right now? What question am I thinking about right now? He says he always felt that he was set up from the jump. So what question is Mike on Sports think, man, y'all nigga, Arturo shot it. You got it. St. This Crony, you got it. Ams, you got it. If you think you were set up, Bud, you giving the people too much ammunition. You giving them too much ammunition. If you thought you were set up from the jump, why you resign, my brother? You can't say that. I ain't set up Bud. I ain't set him up. He set himself up. Now everybody out there who watching my show, who does boxing, got the ammunition that they need. They got the ammunition that they need. Why did you, if you knew that you were set up from the jump, why go back to Bob Arum? It don't make no sense, bud. I can't defend that, y'all. There is no way I can defend that. Maybe he means after he signed the contract. Who knows? Maybe he means after he signed his contract that he's on now, where they gotta pay him the big money. Brandon Maurice, I'm gonna tell you what a nigga always told me. Your loyalty should never come with a price. Your loyalty should never come with a price. Your loyalty should never come with a price. Never. Your loyalty should never come with a price. Bob ain't loyal. You can't be loyal to the business or the organization or the team when the team or organization or the business ain't loyal to you. We see it all the time in sports. We see it all the time in sports. All the time. Over and over again. The business, the team, the organization is never loyal to the athlete. So why these athletes gotta be loyal to them? Look at LeBron James. Look at Floyd Mayweather. They learned a long time ago that this game don't love nobody. So you can't love the game. You can love the game, but you can't love the game within the game. And I mean the business. And I mean that's what I mean, the business. Damn, bud. Damn, you can't say that, dog.
You know what I mean? So they didn't have to pay me the money that I deserve. You know what I mean? He talking about money where I used to take pay cuts because I didn't care about the money. I just knew where I was going. You know what I mean? I didn't care. I knew I can whoop these. So I was like, all right, I'll take the $2 million to fight Victor Posto, even though I felt like that was a big fight. I should have got more than that. You know what I mean? But I'm going to f up anyway, so, and then I'm going to get more on the next fight. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I always took pay cuts because I knew, you know, I had to do that to get to where I wanted to go, and I was undisputed.
Well, he always says that.
He always took pay cuts. Man, the way they talking about Al Heyman, you ain't got to take no pay cuts, bud. If you go sign with Al, you ain't got to take no pay cuts, bud. If you go sign with Al, you ain't got to take no pay cuts, bud. You ain't got to take no pay cuts, bud. Al ain't asking his guys to take pay cuts. Al ain't telling his guys that y'all can't get this or y'all can't get that. Al ain't telling his guys that, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
He always says that he never pays you under the minimum, whatever.
The money then. Yeah, he not. He's going to pay me more than the minimum every single time that I fight because I deserve it. I didn't took pay cuts in my career to just go for the minimum now. No, you're going to pay me what I'm worth.
And I like that. I like that. Hold his goddamn feet to the fire. I don't care if you over there complaining about paying me. Nigga, if you want me to fight, you gonna pay me what I fucking want. You gonna pay me what I fucking want. I don't care if you got an attitude about it. You gonna pay me what I want. Period. I like that, bud. I love it.
I always felt like I got set up for the simple fact that when you go back to the fight with me and Postal, they never really promoted that fight and put no money in the promotion of that fight, being that they didn't want it on pay-per-view, for one. For two, they told me didn't nobody know who Victor Postal was in the United States. He was just a Ukraine fighter that.
Damn, hold on. So they set Bud up. They set him up. They never wanted it on pay-per-view. And I do remember HBO never wanted that fight on pay-per-view. They told him nobody knows him. So if your promoter is telling you nobody knows Victor Postal, why are you putting it on pay-per-view? Why are you putting it on pay-per-view? Because you want to make the man look bad. That's how you do dirty business. You come back with the numbers and say, oh, you ain't doing what we thought you could do. So we ain't got to pay you what you thought or what we agreed to because you ain't live up to the contract. That's dirty business right there, man. And you can't put it past Top Rank. You can't put it past Top Rank for doing dirty business. You know why? Todd DeBuff called the VP or president or whoever the fuck over there in charge at the zone. And he told them, would you please tell Eddie Hearn, don't bid for the Teofimo Lopez fight. Don't bid on the Teofimo Lopez fight. That's what they motherfucking told Eddie Hearn. They tried to drive Teofimo Lopez price down. So when they done that, can you imagine what they done in the past? Can you just imagine? Now, this is the only time they been caught. Can you imagine what they've done on the past? Can you imagine what they've done in the past, man? They've been setting this guy up from the jump. Dirty business by Top Rank. Top Rank is in the business of doing dirty business to fatten their pockets and not necessarily looking out for the fighter.
You know, people wasn't gonna buy into it. I said, why? You as a promoter, you gotta make this man exciting for people to want to buy the pay-per-view. Right. So they was like, well, we got a budget. They always hit me with this budget. We got a budget, so we're not gonna put in such money when we know it's gonna be a failure. So, you know what I mean? That was the first one. You know what I mean? If you go back and you look at the pay-per-view with Amir Khan, everybody want to talk about how bad the Amir Khan fight did. You know what I mean? When you go back, it was promoted 1 week.
And if they're far-fetched, the Amir Khan fight was only promoted 1 week. That's not far-fetched from what we've been seeing this week, from what we've been seeing from the Taylor Ramirez fight. That's pretty consistent with what Top Rank has been doing. They ain't promoted the Taylor Ramirez fight till this week, undisputed at 140. They didn't promote the fucking Amir Khan and Bud fight. Come on, man. Like, these guys are not doing a good job over at Top Rank. That's why you got guys like Eddie coming into the market and being able to do what he do. That's why you got fucking Al Heyman out here slapping that shit to the glass. Is that Pacquiao and Bud? Give me that shit. Give me that shit, Bob. I got a better one. Look at the crowd. Who is that? That's EJ. That's Manny Pacquiao. Damn, Bud don't even see him. Oh, Bud don't even see him. He in the front row. He can't even see behind him. Oh, look at Bud and Pacquiao in the back row. And Al Heyman smacking that shit to the glass. Give me that Bud and Pacquiao fight. Put it on the goddamn glass. Al Heyman out here acting like motherfucker LeBron in 2017 NBA Finals and shit.
1 week, Lomachenko, that's when they started. Lomachenko fought 1 week prior to me. They didn't know how much the pay-per-view wasn't even on sale. For one, they didn't know how much the pay-per-view was going to be. Wow. They was trying to figure out the networks and how was they going to do it with the ESPN, because this was the first pay-per-view that ESPN did. So they used me as a stepping stone to start
a guinea pig.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the stepping stone to start.
Yeah, man. They try to sabotage my dog, man. They try to sabotage my dog, man. But listen to me, man. Please, anybody out there, share my video. Share this part right here. Cut this part out. Mr. Crawford. Lies, deceit, public bashing, failure to deliver. You felt like you were set up from the jump. There is no need, and I'm telling you, if there's a bigger Terence Crawford fan out there than me, somebody please find him and bring him to me. Because I'm one of the biggest Bud fans out there, as y'all know. You have to not sign back with Top Rank. No way, no how. Top Rank can do nothing for you. They've not delivered on a Pacquiao fight many times. Errol Spence got that fight. Errol Spence got a unification at 147. Something you've been yearning for. He got a Pacquiao fight. Something you've been yearning for. I'm not saying go with Al Heyman. I'm not saying go with Eddie Hearn. I'm not saying go with Triller. I'm just saying you can't go back to Bob Arum. You can't, man. You better than that. You better than that, man. You a multi-million-dollar business. Start treating yourself like a multi-million-dollar business. Start putting people in position, set you up a infrastructure. Find you a little LB. Both night can be there for you. Only thing you got to do is put yourself in position, and everything else gonna come to you. I'm telling you, man. Get with a network. Get with a network. Cut the middleman out. When you cut the middleman out, there's a lot more money for everybody else. A lot more. When you cut Bob Arum out, it's a lot more money for everybody else. He ain't doing shit for you anyway, right? He ain't promoting you, right? He ain't giving you the fights, right? You don't need him no more, my brother. You don't need him. Period. In that clip, go find Bud, man. Post him, tag him right there, and y'all get it to him, man, for real. Yes, sir.
See how they was gonna do it for previous events. So I didn't even get the rightfulness promotion because they didn't promote the fight until a week prior to us fighting. So didn't nobody have no pay-per-views. I didn't have no posters. I didn't have no ESPN telling everybody that I'm fighting or nothing. I didn't have no awareness. Didn't nobody have the awareness that I was fighting on pay-per-view. For one, when you look at any...
Yeah, man, when you don't do that, when you don't even promote the pay-per-view, when you don't even put it in people's recent memory, then you're not asking for your pay-per-view to be a success. You're not asking for your pay-per-view to be, you're doing the bare minimum. The bare minimum. You can find, man, you can go one and find and hire one of these niggas on YouTube who create content. Pay them like a couple $1,000, you know what I'm saying, for the whole month. And they'll goddamn me create you some fire content, man. Like, y'all ain't gotta spend that big money. Like, everything is social media driven now. Let them guys get access to your top rank and give them access to the fighters and shit. You got some cold dudes out here doing some good shit. We got them graphics and designs and videos and all kind of shit. Y'all just being cheap, man. Y'all just being, or y'all stuck, either y'all being cheap or y'all stuck in y'all ways. And the old way ain't gonna work. The old way ain't working. It ain't been working. You gotta innovate.
Other pay-per-view promotions that they did, it was months in advance. Right. You know what I mean? People had time to be like, man, y'all heard about this fight, y'all heard about that fight. Nobody heard about that fight. And when they did hear about it, they bought the fight. You know what I mean? And then when they did hear about it before that, they couldn't buy the fight because they didn't have it on sale. They didn't have nothing where they can buy it. They didn't have no cost, no nothing. You know what I mean? This is how I normally know, you know, how a fight is being promoted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. They not doing their job, period. They're not doing their job.
Lomachenko was fighting. You know what I mean? But they ain't saying that.
Value that you have in Eddie Hearn. Todd Nitty, can you roll that tape?
Firstly,
here we go. Here go Bud reaction to what Eddie Hearn said.
You've got to love Bob Arum, haven't you? I mean, is he the most brutally honest individual you have ever seen? How can you possibly say what he said in front of his fighter? I mean, he's basically said, I've spent so much money on this guy, I'm not sure if he's worth it. I could have bought a nice house instead. I mean, that is what he said. I mean, I thought it was so disrespectful to Terence Crawford, to be honest with you. I mean, you've got this guy here who is pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. As far as I'm concerned, that relationship's over.
How long before you think you're going to get a phone call from Al Heyman or PBC or one of them guys?
I ain't worried about no phone call.
Ah, come on, man. Come on, bud. I mean, look, I get it. I'm not gonna go too hard. I'm not worried about a phone call. Cause truth be told, right now at that point in time, 6 months ago, he still had a year left on his contract. So really, was he worried about a phone call at that point? But if you go back and watch the video, if you go back and watch the actual interview, which I can't show y'all the actual video, he smiled. He said it with a smile. He said it with a smirk. I ain't worried about no phone call. You know, that's how he said it. I ain't worried about no phone call, dog. You know, that's how he said it. He said it with a smile. So I'm not worried about a phone call. Could be disingenuous. Yeah, you gotta play the game, man. You gotta play the game.
Don't call for nobody, man.
No. See, there you go. You staying loyal then. You saying you staying loyal to Top Rank.
Nah, man. Listen.
He said, hold on, nah, nigga, hold on, nigga. I ain't say that either, nigga. Good job by Barack. Great follow-up question. So you saying you staying low top? Not hell no. Hold on. I didn't say that, nigga. That I did not say that. That ain't what I said.
Like I said before, Top Rank is the company that I'm with right now. You know, and in the future, who knows what the future may hold? You know what I mean?
That's so Floyd Mayweather-ish. That's so in the image of Floyd Mayweather. Top Rank is who I'm with right now. Who in the future? Who knows? Who knows what the future can hold? You know what I'm saying? Always gotta leave the door open. Leave that bitch cracked right quick. Let me see you. You gotta leave it cracked, man. In the future, who knows? I could be my own promotion company and just goddamn me sign a partnership with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I could sign me a mouthpiece, a spokesperson. Cause really, man, in boxing, that's all you really need, nigga. Get you a Leonard Ellerbe. Floyd Mayweather got one. Get you a Eddie Hearn. Canelo got one. Get you a Eddie Hearn. Goddamn me, Anthony Joshua got one. All the motherfuckers out there who got a mouthpiece and who are big stars, they tend to stay relevant. Javante Davis got Leonard Ellerbe, you know what I'm saying? I mean, truth be told, Leonard Ellerbe is used for a lot of different fights, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the Mayweather banner or Mayweather promotions, they promote a lot of fights, either the Charlo fight sometimes. They promoted the Wilder fight sometimes. So Leonard Ellerbe is like, he's slowly becoming, I don't want to say Eddie Hearn, but he's slowly becoming what we've been asking for from PBC. The only thing I think is he can't do business with Fox. That's what I think. I don't think Leonard Ellerbe can promote Fox events like he can Showtime events. You know, that's just my personal opinion. I have no inside information, and this is not fact. That's just my personal opinion from what I've been seeing from Fox and PBC and Showtime, and where Leonard Ellerbe falls for some of those fights.
And like we may have a disagreement right now. We're going through some trials and tribulations that we're gonna get it figured out. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I cannot bash Bob Arum and Top Rank. I cannot do that. You know what I mean? Because without them, you know what I mean, they gave me the opportunity to accomplish everything I've accomplished in my career. So I can't sit there.
Nah, bud. You ain't gotta bash him. You ain't gotta bash him. You ain't gotta bash him. My brother, you make your own opportunities, dog. I don't know if anybody ever told you that before, but you make your own opportunities. Nigga, they weren't with you sweating in the gym. They weren't with you hitting the fucking heavy bag. They weren't with you when they called you on short notice for a fight, which they thought you was going to lose. You stayed in shape. You put the work in. You put blood, sweat, and motherfucking tears in the words of the great Floyd Mayweather. They may have presented you with a fight offer, but you made your own opportunity by being ready. When you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And my nigga, I went to sleep with my goddamn shoes on.
And bash Bob Arum in Top Rank when I know deep down in my heart that Bob Arum, he really is a good dude. And he really did try to do everything in his will to get these fights that I was asking for. You know what I mean?
Another thing that I gotta just say, bud, being a good dude is not mutually exclusive with being a decent businessman. A decent businessman won't do what Bob Arum did to the media when he talked about you. A good businessman wouldn't do that. He'll come to you behind closed doors. Even a good man wouldn't do that either. He'll come to you behind closed doors. He may be a good man. He may be an upstanding man. I ain't never met the man. I've talked to him. I've done an interview with him. Never met him before. But when it comes to business and his business practices, when it comes to you, he ain't really that good, dog. He ain't really that good. He not.
I mean, I don't know what made him come out and, say all the negative stuff he said about me. Maybe it's because of all these people kept saying that I was leaving them and he wanted to make it seem like I was the bad guy. I don't know. Like, that's one thing. I haven't had a conversation with him about it.
Right.
But that's something that I can't even put anything on.
Yeah, you're just reacting because you're a little upset from what you heard, which is a natural reaction, because you're such a loyal person. I mean, even
never let feelings get involved with boxing. Never let feelings get involved in boxing. Never let feelings get involved in business. Never let feelings get involved in business, man. Never let your feelings dictate what your business dictates. Never. That ain't the way to do that shit. That ain't the way to go about that shit. Never let your feelings get involved in any of the business. Feelings here today, gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? How you feel today is not how you feel tomorrow. How you feel today is not how you feel tomorrow. I'm just saying.
His article on The Athletic, he says, I don't give a Team Crawford got mad at me. The business is not about getting mad. The business is about facts and the reality of the situation. What did I say that was so wrong? I'll show him how much we've lost on his fights. Again, if we did this fight with Spence and put our money in for half of the risk and Crawford wins and Heyman wants to sign him, be my guest, for Christ's sake. In other words, I am not going to go in my pocket anymore for Terence Crawford. I don't have to make a lot of money with him on this Spence fight, but I know I'll break even or make a couple of dollars. I'm no longer in the business of losing money on Terence Crawford.
See? Bob don't care about you, man. Bob don't care about you, dog. Bob don't. That's a direct quote from Bob Arum. The guy was just reading it off. Bob don't care about you, dog. That's harsh. That is harsh. But he a good dude, though. No, he's not. If you're a good dude, if you feel that way about me, come tell me. You ain't got to tell Lance Pugmire. You ain't got to tell Mike Compton. You ain't got to tell everybody who put a motherfucking microphone to you got them lips. Come tell me. That's what good men do. That's what good businessmen do. You out here bashing me? This ain't goddamn me the Ali days, my nigga. You ain't got all to say so. This ain't Sugar Ray Leonard and them, nigga. You ain't got all to say so, man. It's a new day and age. And Bud, man, you gotta come to realization, man. This man is not in your best interest. And I think by Errol Spence getting the motherfucking fight with Manny Pacquiao, that's all you needed to see. That's all you needed to see. By Earl getting that Manny Pacquiao fight, that's all you needed to see. I believe that.
What's your response to that, bud?
That's cool.
Right.
That's cool. You know what I mean? Like if that's what he said, then that's cool. You know what I mean? Like he can.
Sometimes taking the high road is great. Sometimes taking the high road is awesome. Sometimes taking the high road is what the good book says. But sometimes, nigga, sometimes you gotta take a dig back at them. Sometimes that low road may make you feel a little bit better than that high road do. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. Fuck that water. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. Fuck that water. Speaking of water, goddamn, let me get some of that water to drink. Yeah, water feels good, but sometimes that fire, pow, get over. You know what I'm saying? Kamehameha wave them nigga or some shit. You don't feel me? I'm gonna fight fire with fire, man.
He can't eat. Like personally, if he feel that way, you know what I mean, he can release me now. You know what I mean? Like he can just release me. If you feel like you don't have no, you know what I mean, I'm not an asset to your company anymore. You know what I mean?
But this shit just come full circle, and it comes full circle within 2 minutes. A good dude, a good man would release you if he's saying all that. But a good businessman ain't gonna release you. They don't give a fuck about your feelings. They don't give a fuck about how you feel. They here to do business. And if I gotta put on fights against dudes that I know ain't of the caliber and I ain't gotta pay that much for, I ain't gotta break the bank for, then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give you low-level opposition just so I can break even or make a little money. I'm not just gonna let you go and release you. That ain't good business. That's a good dude. That ain't a good businessman. A good businessman is just not gonna let his athlete or artist walk away. I can make money off this man. Shit, I'm gonna just bring in Humberto Soto. Yeah, come on, Humberto. I'm gonna bring in Jesse Vargas or somebody. Somebody I ain't gotta give a lot of bread to, but I can make a little profit off of. Just come full circle, man. Come full circle real quick.
You can release me right now. You don't have to wait till after a Spence fight. Why do you have to wait till after a Spence fight? You know what I mean? Release me now, and you don't have to lose any money no more. You know what I mean? If I'm such of a loss, a headache, you know what I mean? Like,
how important at this point in your career, Bud, is the Errol Spence fight? Like legacy fights
it's
for
not
you.
that. When he was telling me that, down to wait, people saying, "Oh, he's washed up now."
Jab that you had to, you know,
few minor threats.
Well, he's at, still at 160 and 168. Do you think Canelo
push him around, give him the
Terence Crawford, I could build a house about
his problem. That's your problem. His problem isn't to figure out how you make money. You signed a deal with this kid. Your job is to promote him. Your job is, you made a deal. All these kids that I signed, and if you look right now at all the kids that we signed and how many people we have on our roster is very inflated right now. We have a very, very big roster, the biggest roster we've ever had in the history of the company. I have to pay all these kids. How I pay them is not their problem. It's my problem. And this guy wants to go. Imagine me saying, "Oh, I got to pay Conor McGregor this much money. I could have built a house in Beverly Hills." Shut up, you scumbag. Pay your fighter what you owe him. That's your job. Bob Arum is a piece of. Good night.
Now, I got the actual video, man, but Dana White didn't hold no punches. And if you see Terence Crawford, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to just show y'all the screenshot, man. Hold on. Yeah, that nigga Bud got I mean, he hearing Dana White go off, nigga, and he got the biggest smile I ever seen on nigga face. He is cheesing from ear to ear. That nigga he got one of the biggest smiles that you ever did see. That nigga, he listened to Dana White going off and shit. And that nigga just shit like, yeah, Dana, tell him, Dana, yeah. Let me crop this picture right quick. I just want y'all to see Terence Crawford and that goddamn cheese he got on his face. You know what I'm saying? Give me like 30 seconds, man. I'm just cropping the picture right now. Oh man. Hey man. That's the kind of shit you need though, man. Like you need somebody like Dana White. Like Dana White, you know what I'm saying, coming and saying what he's saying. You feel me? Because that makes Bob Arum look bad. That makes Bob Arum look bad. But now, yeah, the actual video, I'm gonna play the actual fucking video too. I'm gonna give y'all the Terence Crawford face, but we gonna go out and we gonna play the actual video. We gonna play the actual video, the actual audio. You know what I'm saying? But this is what Terence Crawford is looking like. That nigga he cheesing hard as hell. And he's like, yeah, Dana, tell him, Dana. Yeah, you gotta pay me, man. And Dana's not wrong. Dana's not wrong. Whatever the contract says, is not Dana White's problem, or is not the UFC's problem, or is not the fighter's problem to figure out how Dana White or the UFC is gonna pay him. That is a business problem. That's not on the fighter. Let me see, can I find that audio? Here we go. Oh, shit. Charge it.
Pauline and Nick were transported. Pretty obvious why Pauline was, but Nick, I guess, was sick today, so I don't think he was feeling.
He said that, I've lost so much money on Terence Crawford, I could build a house in Beverly Hills or something. Like,
you imagine if I said that? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys would murder me if I said that. I'd never hear the end of that. That's what you do. That's not his fucking problem. That's your problem. His problem isn't to figure out how you make money. You fucking signed a deal with this kid. Your job is to promote him. Your job is, you made a deal. All these kids that I signed, you know, and if you look right now at all the kids that we've signed and how many people we have on our roster is very inflated right now. We have a very, very big roster, the biggest roster we've ever had in the history of the company. I have to pay all these kids. How I pay them is not their fucking problem. It's my fucking problem. And this guy.
Absolutely. It is your problem. It is Bob Arum's problem. It is ESPN's problem. It is Top Rank's problem. It is the UFC's problem. How to pay the athlete, not the athlete's problem. Whatever contract is signed, that's the contract that is agreed to.
Guy wants to go. Imagine me saying, oh, I got to pay Conor McGregor fucking this much money. I could have built a house in Beverly Hills. Shut the fuck up, you fucking scumbag. Pay your fucking fighter what you owe him. That's your job. Bob Arum is a piece of fucking shit. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Man, what do you think about that, bud?
Dana White. Hey, Dana White. But it's real though. You know what I mean? Like everything he said was real. You know what I mean? Like I said.
I mean, nobody expect him to disagree, right? Smiling, he laughed a little bit. Hey, yeah, man. Shout out Dana White. Dana White is being real. No, nothing he said was wrong. Nothing he said was disingenuous. Everything he said was right on the money.
I said before, like, you know what I mean? That's not my job to be a promoter. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people look at Floyd Mayweather promoting himself and doing all this crazy stuff. You know, I'm me. I never seen all these other fighters. Like, I've said this for years and years and years. These fighters that come over to the United States that can't even speak English. You know what I mean? Like, how they promoting themselves? They can't even speak English. They can't even, you know what I mean? They sitting there in the mic like, yeah.
Right. Come on, bud. That nigga said they over on the mic like, yeah. Man, come on, man. You can't do that, man. I know I'm laughing, but goddamn, you can't do that, man. Shit, I can laugh, nigga. I mean, I'm not no big time figure or nothing like that. That nigga Bud said, hey, they can't even speak English. They just over there like, yeah. Oh, they don't understand what the fuck, nigga. A nigga can say, nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass, nigga. Yeah. Man, come on, bro. They gotta quit that shit, man. Come on, bud. You can't do that, man. I know I'm laughing, man. Maybe I shouldn't be laughing, but fuck it. I can laugh a little bit. You back to the audio.
well, listen. Eddie said it best yesterday. He said that, listen, Bud is a family man. He's a role model. He's a funny dude, and he fights. He's a master in that ring. He has it all. The promoter's supposed to promote all of those great things about.
All right, man. We're done with that interview, man. Look what we're gonna do is right here. Phone lines open all the way up. We're gonna open up these phone lines right now. 317-220-6995. Number to call in if you want to call in. Give me your take, give me your opinion on this topic, how you feel about Bud. Should Bud leave, top rank? You know what I'm saying? All of the above. All of the above, man. And we talk about a little bit Bob Arum too, man. Bob Arum, man. Don't forget, this show is about Bob Arum. This show is about Bob Arum. Lies, deceit, failure to deliver, public bashing, all of the above. We presented evidence for all of that. So you want to call in? 317-220-6995. If not, I'm gonna get on down and get to this I think it's some boxing. Yeah, Sam Egerton. Sam Egerton and Carlos Molina or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit.
He could be up there with them because he just gets better and better. And he just keeps knocking people out.
Some UK niggas fighting right now. Yeah, if that's the case, then we gonna get on down, and I'm gonna do this Sam Egerton and Carlos Molina fight. Or I might just watch the shit, man. I might watch it and but yeah, man, let me know, man. What y'all want me to do? Y'all want a live fight chat with Sam Egerton and Carlos Molina? Y'all wanna goddamn me a motherfucking live fight chat with Sam Egerton and Carlos Molina? What y'all want, man? If so, I'll go and get that shit ready right now. But I ain't trying to watch the fucking 10 round. I'm up for a knockout, nigga. Like these niggas, man, they don't normally get a knockout. Got this black woman on Channel 5. They ain't got no mask on over in the UK. Y'all said, fuck Sam, huh? I feel you now. I'll be killing that fight. All right, man. I'm going to get on down then, man. Y'all smash that thumbs up button on your way in, on your way out. It don't matter, man, as long as you smash that thumbs up button. Big ups to everybody out in the chat. Thank y'all for supporting Mike on Sports. Thank y'all for always rocking with Mike on Sports, man. Until next time, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how I get down, and y'all know what I'm about. With that being said, yo, Mike, drop that. Nah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do. Come on, bro. You know I'm gonna do Taylor Ramirez, man. Come on, bro. I'm gonna do Elvis Rodriguez fight. I'm gonna do the co-main. What's the co-main event? Let me see. I'm gonna do the Pater Hank Lundy. I'm gonna do the main event. I'm doing all three of them bitches, dog. We're gonna be live for about 3 hours. Trust and believe that, nigga. Tomorrow, oh, Mike, please. Man, what kind of shit is that? How dare you insinuate that I wouldn't do Taylor Ramirez? You must be smoking that shit. We live tonight, nigga. It's undisputed. It's undisputed, baby. That's what it is. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. Smash that thumbs up button, man. Like and subscribe to the channel, man. Super chat if you want to. If not, I'm gonna drop that beat on you niggas, man. Catch y'all later on the night. Yes, sir. I'm out this bitch.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers.
Whoa. We can't leave without a little build-up. We can't leave without a little build-up. Yes, sir. Oh boy, shit getting real. Tonight, live on ESPN, we got the undisputed Taylor Ramirez. 139.6, 139.6. Both of them 5'10", but Ramirez got the longer reach by 2.5. Also, both of them are undefeated. Ramirez got 4 more KOs, and Josh Taylor got the age by 2 years. Tonight, live on ESPN, man. Undisputed 140-pound. Got the WBO, WBC, IBF, Ring Magazine, and the motherfucking WBA. But hey, I'm here for it. Smash that thumbs up button, man. Catch me later on the night. Yes, sir.
Sometimes you gotta give people their flowers. While they can still smell them. Mark Nash. Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga. My brother. Let's get this shit done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on Sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Cross, the boss, Mike on Sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Cross, the boss, Mike on Sports. He call it how he see it, either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater, click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.